is still here. They started in the black days. Guess what? They've knocked all of those brothers out. They've knocked them all. All of my friends are long gone. It ain't nobody, and a couple of them get out of prison. I ain't gonna mention their names. We go up to New York, some drop them off a little bit. We just say, it ain't like the old days. We don't have that kind of, well, if it had been a few years before, it would have been all right. But, just a little something, several grand, to other people it would be a lot of money. But we just drop it off and just get out of pen after 30-something years, and after you leave, you don't hear from nobody again at all. You just don't hear from them. That's it. It's fine. But it might have been a condition, because as I was told, man, I had to go and get myself out of this situation, because I was waiting on these lawyers. In other words, it's an agreement. It's an agreement. Just come on out. And then it's easy to talk that trash like we do, but see, I did time here, time there, 4 or 5 years or something like that, 2 years. But I ain't never did no 30 years. I just never did 30 years. So I'm not qualified to say what people should do. If you're sitting there and the movement is dead and everybody's dead, and you done raided the armored car on New Jersey Turnpike and snatched up what's the name, and she went to Cuba and you went to Algeria and stuff like that, right? If that's your team, that might have been your job. You don't have to go back every week and play the scene over and over again. History might have been, see, I wouldn't have done that. Probably. Well, maybe. But I know I could see my part was to give everybody some money. And everybody thought I was crazy, buying niggas' cars, doing this and doing that. East Oakland Enterprises was real. It instituted, Oakland was just the right size, just the right everything, right? For us to institute that program that he wanted to institute in Chicago. Guess when it was? Exactly the same time. We cranked that program up in 68, right there, 68, 69. At that time, you know what I mean? We're instituting that. And I got friends as boxers. If they said, well, you're getting the kind of fight you want. Well, a little slow now. Hey, why don't you take this, go around and rent the Oakland Auditorium and have your manager put together a fight. And it's like offering them, instead of being, to become fight promoters. Instead of just, you got a fighter, But after a couple of times, I could see that this is too big for, they just wasn't thinking about that. But you also have to remember, at our age, if somebody is 23 years old at 68, what the hell do you know at 23 years old? Right? I mean, you're fortunate to be, kicking in on this level. You know what I mean? When you look at it, you said, hey, man, somebody is watching over all of this and guiding it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this is what I see, this is what I've seen, and this is what I understand. And this is where we are now. And some reasons that we're here is because we never forgot who got us here. that old stuff talking about Christians and you remember that letter I wrote it said that we want to thank the black church for something about keeping us human. Like that was the only contact we had with humanity, right? Is the institution called the church. But our church was not the same one, and our attitude was not the same. Everything in that black church related to liberation and freedom. Crossing over the Jordan. You know, there's hidden things in there that people don't even remember, that don't know. Like, see, crossing over the Jordan used to mean going to freedom. Going to freedom. That was the whole understanding. But somewhere along the way, it turned into dying. Now, crossing over, it don't mean going to freedom. Crossing over means you die. Why? Because at some time in black history, the people gave up the, they didn't know it. Nobody wrote it down. Niggas gave up on freedom. But the language, you see what I'm saying? The language is clear. That there came a period when the meaning of crossing over the Jordan mean that you're going to be free, not die, right? But now it don't mean being free. Crossing over, even on tele everywhere,
There we go.
Y'all got to excuse me for hollering, but I recording equipment out, so I'm going to pick up my tone a little bit. But I can tell y'all this. Just like the old song said, we're going through. That means no matter what other people do, no matter what anybody else do, we're not alone and despondent because they don't like us. Bull crap. I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't know what went wrong with the brothers. All of them Negroes.